If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you guys are updated each time I upload a new video. Okay guys, so in today's video, we're going to be doing a teacher tag. So periodically, you guys are going to see me look down because I'm looking down at the questions to make sure I'm reading them correctly. So let's get right into it. Question number 1, what grade do you teach? Currently, I teach 4th grade and I've been teaching 4th grade for the past 3 years. Okay, question number 2, what and where do you teach? I teach math, science, and social studies, and I teach it in Florida. How long have you been teaching? I've been teaching for 4 years. Actually, that's a lie. I've been teaching for 3 years, and this upcoming school year is going to make it my 4th year. What is your typical outfit of the day? My typical outfit of the day, it usually includes some type of black. I always have on some form of black, whether it's a shirt, pants, sweater, something on me is always black. So I usually either wear a dress with my sweater, or I wear my long pants, which is usually black, with a blouse with my ballet shoes. I always have on some type of ballerina. I think they call it ballet shoes. Or is it ballerina? Or is it baby doll shoes? I think it's baby doll shoes. That's what they call them. Usually it's some form of flats. Okay, so the next question is, what do I usually bring for lunch? Now, I am a Southern girl, and what my lunch look like is kind of similar to what you will have during Thanksgiving. So sometimes I can have my turkey, chicken, rice, oxtail. What else do I like? Sometimes mashed potatoes, but that's very rare. Usually I like to stick to the rice. Cornbread. What else did I miss? Green beans, collard greens, spinach. Really, whatever I cook is what I'm bringing. So sometimes I do salad, but I consider the salad like a snack, honestly. But yeah, my lunch looks like Thanksgiving, pretty much. Like what you can expect to see at Thanksgiving is what you can expect to see me eating during my lunch. I like to be nice and full because I need energy to get through my day. What is your favorite teacher movie? So one of my favorite teacher movies is actually Matilda. And the reason I like that one is because I feel like it works, it shows the effect that a teacher can have on a student, but then it also shows the effect that a student can have on a teacher. For example, like in the movie, I felt like Matilda's teacher was very, like she didn't stand up for herself, and Matilda kind of brought that out of her. And then in vice versa, like Matilda's teacher like saw like there was something in her, like she had a genius. Like every kid has a genius in them, you know, and it just takes that proper teacher to bring it out of them. And I felt like she recognized that, and she like amplified it for her, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next question is, who was your favorite teacher? And if I had to like really think back on it, my favorite teacher was actually my 4th grade teacher, Miss Emmanuel. And the reason why I think she was so good is because the previous year I had a terrible 3rd grade teacher. Like for half the year, probably even more than half the year, like that lady did not allow me in her class at all. Like I would be coming up the ramp and she'd be like, no, 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 go to the other class. And I'm like, well, dang. Like I know I'm not an angel, but I know I can't be that bad. Like really? So she didn't like me and I didn't like her. And I was cool with that. But anyways, so then my 4th grade teacher, Miss Emmanuel, and prior to even starting that school year with Miss Emmanuel, I was already thinking, oh Lord, this one probably done told her how I was in 3rd grade, and she already has some type of preconceived notions of me. However, when I met Miss Emmanuel, she was pretty much just, I don't even know how to, it was just a breath of fresh air. Like, although, which I'm pretty sure she probably did hear about me, I like never felt any type of way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel like she held that against me. If anything, I felt like she showed me more love because of probably what she may have heard. Now, I don't know if it was brought to her or not, but I do know I never felt like what this one said was carried on to the next school year. Now, Miss Emmanuel was firm, but she was also fair. And you just got to respect people like that. You're firm, but you're fair. And she always complimented me and made me feel good about myself. Like, I remember one time we were reading a book, which I'll never forget. This was like the very first chapter book I ever read. It was Beezus and Ramona. And after I got done reading Beezus and Ramona, she pulled me to the side and was like, wow, Liz, you are like a great reader. And I'm like, me? I'm great? And she was like, yes, you are a great reader. And because she said I was a great reader, I believed that I was a great reader. And I like took great interest in reading after that. So thank you, Miss Emmanuel. Who are some of your favorite teacher YouTubers? So some of my favorite teacher YouTubers, and it's in no particular order, Pocket Full of Primary, Marigold Magic, Simply Crochet, hopefully I'm saying it correctly, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, Home Sweet Classroom, and then 5'1" teacher. So those are some of my favorites. What is one of your best classroom management tips? Now, this varies from year to year, but I do know one thing is for certain. During the first week of school, my class and we all sit down and then we all come up with our set of rules that we want our class to follow. And I like doing it that way because it's not like a set of rules that I am creating that my kids have to follow. It's more so a community effort. So we come up with the rules and we're holding each other accountable for following those sets of rules. So that's just the main thing. And so far, I've been 3 years strong, knock on wood. I haven't had any issues, any major behavioral issues. So that's one thing I would recommend. Instead of like you sitting at home coming up with, a list of these rules and you just delivering it to the class, hey, you got to follow it. Present it in a way that, the whole class had some type of involvement in the rules that they're setting for their community. So I would say that's one of the best ones. Also, I know I'm throwing extra things in there, but I tend to offer a lot of incentives, like whether it's lunch brunch with the teacher, ice cream parties, movie day. I like to buy snacks for the kids, and I also like to use a banking system in regards to the snacks. So some of them like to save the money for a lunch bunch or, party with the teacher, or they like to take that money and either purchase candy or chips and stuff. So it's just up to you. See what your class decides, as a whole. If I was not teaching, I would want to be either a journalist or an actress. Either or is fine by me. The last question is, what is one reason you decided to become a teacher? And honestly, this question is like so loaded. I can use like a political answer and say that, I wanted to change the world. I wanted to make a difference. But honestly, it's just like when I started going to school, I didn't go to school seeking out to become a teacher. It kind of just happened. And it's not until like recently I reflect back to my childhood. I feel like it's something that God just naturally put in me. So for example, like as a child, I remember I used to play with my Barbies, and it wasn't like any typical play. At least I don't think it was typical. Like when I used to play with them, it was more so like I'm setting them up for a class. So I used to do my little attendance check, David, Christy, obviously I had Barbie, Brittany, Ken. I used to do the attendance check. And then I remember I used to take like a piece of paper and I used to like rip it into like smaller pieces and then write A, B, C, D, and F. And then ball it up and then just hand it out to each of the little toys. And I used to like line them up and that would be their test grade. So like let's say this was Ken. He would come up with a little ball paper and then I would open it up because I had a composition book at the time too, right? My grade book. Not knowing that's my grade book. But I would open it up and whatever letter was in that balled up paper, that's the grade that Ken would have. So fast forward to like me being an older, but not too old, but like an older child, to now I'm writing out like full day planners for my siblings and we would follow it. So I would have our lunch, I would have reading, history, math, PE, recess, all of that written out. To fast forward to high school, I'm taking Florida's, I think it was Florida's Future Educators of America, or maybe it was just Future Educators of America. Keep in mind, I only took that class because I wanted to, I need extra credit. To now going into college, not really having a plan, don't know what I want to do. Well, I had an idea that I wanted to do journalism, and for some strange reason, that just didn't actually take place. And I really believe that God had it, He knew what He was doing even before I knew what He was doing. And it's now that I'm older, I'm able to just connect all these little dots. Like all the roads were going to lead me to where I'm at today, which is teaching. So now I'm like 3 years strong, and yeah. So I can't really say, oh, this led me to teaching, that led me to teaching. God led me to teaching. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't done so already, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you guys are updated each time I upload a new video.